Good morning, this is Kim Megalis coming you live from Regina in Saskatchewan. I'm a little bit late this morning. Seems like Facebook has switched a couple of things around this morning, and I was trying to figure how to control this camera, which normally I do like on the reverse side. So you might see some stamping upside down today, and I don't know why. I don't know if it's because of the update with the iPhones, or if it was an update with Facebook's during the night. But things are not the same as usual, so I'll have to figure that out. I am still gonna stamp, we'll see. I think maybe my words will be upside down today just because they removed that feature this morning. If you're watching me live, please say hello. Please say where you're from. I have a fun fold card today. It will go with the collection that we started to play with yesterday, beautiful butterflies. So I can't wait to share with you. And for my friends back home in Ontario, it is noon. So happy to see you. So sorry about that. I'll have to figure what's going on with Facebook this morning. And you might see a little bit of stamping upside down. Not too sure why. If somebody knows if there's been updates, I would love to know as well. So I'm just going to switch sides here. Get myself a little comfortable. So if ever you're watching me, please say hello. I do have another device, so I might have to go check with my other device if it did the same thing. It's very particular. I'm not too sure why. Hope everybody's taking advantage of celebration. I do have a couple of items to share that are part of celebration today. So let's see. Yeah, it is going to be upside down, so I don't know why. So if I take like the beautiful butterfly stamp set, you'll see that the greetings are upside down this morning, and I'm very sorry. Don't know why it's doing that today, so we'll have to ask Facebook what's up with that. This morning, so I am continuing, but beautiful butterflies, and it does have lots of beautiful dies as well included. It's part of the January to April catalog, and we will start one card. I'm gonna share what we did yesterday. They are super cute. I do love them. So I had made this card and then this one as well. Today we are gonna use same products, except that we're going to be doing another fun fold. I'm building my card collection for this week using pretty much all of the same products. I might tweak one here or there, but that will be it. So this morning, please take out a piece of cardstock that is basic white. It's a very different cut than usual. It's 5.5 by 11, and you'll want to score it at 3 3/8, so 1, 2, 3, and then at 7 5/8. So let me bring that back all the way here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. We will need a ruler this morning. I'm just going to show you what the fold looks like. So far, this is what it looks like. I'm going to set this aside. We will need it one more time. And now take out a pencil. So I do have that pencil right here, and a ruler as well. And we're going to be opening our card and marking it. So I am going to go at the marked line that is 1.5. So here I am going on the side, going to my 1.5 mark right here. And then at the bottom, I'm going to go create a second mark. And this one will be 1 inch right here. Same thing on the opposite side, the 1 inch mark, as well as the 1.5. Hi, friend from Indiana. Hello, Lucy. Lucy's saying there's always challenges to technology. Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. It must be an update. I normally click on the button, boom, I switch my camera around, and this morning it is not happening. So now what I want you to do is use your cutting tool. You're gonna cut from the score line to that little mark that I've just marked at 1.5. So what I'm doing is I'm just bringing it where I'll be cutting. Let me see here, and now I just gotta bring it back down to the 1.5 mark. Yep, that's pretty good. There you go. So we have that one mark there. Now we're gonna go from the other corner to the lower corner. So from the 1.5 mark that we did and to the 1 inch mark right here. So now this creates a beautiful panel that's gonna close on an angle just like this. I see my downline Tammy's there. Tammy, you gotta help me. I don't know what's happening with Facebook this morning. You're Mrs. Techno. Can't flip the camera around, so my writing will be upside down today. So I'm doing the same thing on the opposite side, going from my 1.5 mark to my scored line. Kim is saying she has a sunny day for a change, and here it is very gray. So we are, but it is, I think, minus 14 degrees Celsius, so we're a little better today. Okay, so now I'm going from my 1.5 mark to that 1 inch mark. And then if ever you want, you could go and erase that section. She's saying that she's seeing me fine, but I'm gonna show Tammy what I mean by that. See, my writing's upside down because I couldn't flip my camera this morning. So it's very unfortunate. So we're gonna set this one aside, but this is the fold that I'm going for. I am using one more time, and it's gonna be pretty much usage all week long. The designer series paper called Toadstool Gardens that's in the beautiful Sale A Bration Catalogue. It's free with a $75 order. So I did already design one, and I am just gonna do a different color. So we get to see 2 colors today. Kim says she's only about an hour away, so the sun is coming my way. I love that. So choose 2 pieces of cardstock. You can make it that they coordinate. They could be the same way. So if you want to just use the same, you may. And then if not, it goes this way. So my measurements for that are 3 1/8 by 5 1/4. So Tammy's saying, oh, I think you need to flip that before you start the live. Yeah, it doesn't exist anymore. That button has been removed. So I always do that normally, but not today. Not happening. So we're gonna do exactly the same thing as we did for our white piece of cardstock. So I'm gonna go at 1.5 right here. So 1.5. Marking like this, and then 1 inch at the bottom, and then we're gonna bring those cuts like we did for the other one. Okay, for this one, I'm gonna do the opposite side. So I'm going on my right side at 1.5. So let's mark this there. And then at the bottom, the 1 inch. And I'm just gonna recap that for you. So on this side, I made my mark at 1.5 on the left piece of the sheet of paper. And at the bottom, I made my mark at the 1 inch on the left piece of paper. On this side, I went at 1.5, but on the right piece of paper. And at the bottom, it's at 1 inch on the right side piece of paper. So hope this is pretty clear for you. Now I'm gonna go ahead and just do that cut. And just bring it. So I brought that initial top part to that 1.5 mark. And now I'm gonna bring the 1.5 mark to that 1 inch mark at the bottom, and I'm just cutting. So you see, I'm just cutting this piece right here. So this one would go right inside here. And then we're gonna do our pink on the opposite side. So these are little strap pieces right here. I love fun fold. I don't know if you are a fun fold lover just like me, but I just thought it would be fun today, and especially that I'm featuring that designer series paper. I want to showcase how beautiful it is, and I thought fun fold would be a great way. So if you're not a fun fold fan, then I'm so sorry, but today that's the design that I chose. Here we go. So I brought the 1.5 mark to the 1 inch mark. Sandy's saying, hello, cold but sunny in Winnipeg. You know, Sandy, I am always tempted sometimes to drive to Winnipeg. The reason why, apparently it's only about like a 5-hour drive, but for me to fly back home in Ottawa, it's $87 if I fly out of Winnipeg. As for when I fly out of Regina, it could be quite an expensive fee. So I don't know how the drive is from Regina to Winnipeg, but I am very tempted by it most of the time. So let's see what's going on with my green glue this morning. Here we go. I'm gonna add this. So you see how this fun fold, it's beautiful. It makes that paper stand out so well. And before I glue it on, I like to take my bone folder and give it a very crisp fold. Perfect. So now we're gonna mount this. Oh, Fran is saying she loves fun folds. So at least you and I love fun folds. That's great. And now we're just adding this on the inside. Isn't this pretty? I just feel like it has that spring kind of look. So now I'm just gonna do the opposite. And we're just gonna add it right here on this side. So I think I want to feature the one that has a design for the cover part, but it's up to you. You could choose either. So Diana's saying it's 21 near Potsdam, New York. Woo, I've been there. I actually saw like a basketball game in Potsdam. Potsdam's not too far from us. That same Toadstool Designer Series paper also has this pattern, and I thought that this might be cute for the center of our card. So I'm just going to do a typical 4 inch by 5 1/4. So let's do that by 5 1/4, and we'll just add it on the inside. That's an extra step just to embellish. If you feel like you don't want to add that step inside, then you don't have to, but I'm going to show you why I'm adding it. And we do have cute mushrooms on the back side. So whichever, I just kept it neutral. There we go. So then this is gonna fold, and I'm just gonna create this look. She's saying, wow, that's crazy. Sandy's saying it's boring drive, but it's really not that far. My son does that drive for work all the time. Wow, that's crazy. So here we have the fun fold. We have a very delicate designer series paper background on the back and on this side. I grabbed 1 inch here that was left over from the card that we initially cut, like our card base. And this one is 1 inch by 11. And what I'm just gonna do is I'm gonna wrap it right around here. And I'm not doing any folds pre-scoring. I'm just going with my bone folder. So on each side like this. And the reason I bring it to the front is because I just want to add some beautiful basic piece of the banner at the back. I don't want to have that line cut through there. If you want to cut it shorter, you may, if you want to have your center right there, but I do want it on the side, so that's why it's going to stay there. So yesterday I did share with you that beautiful embossing folder that comes with Celebration as well. So if ever this part, this belly band is going to be embossed, if I could find where I did with it this morning. It's a great morning, guys. What did I do with it? It must be here. By this time, can somebody say what that folder is called while I search for it? And I actually, oh, it's right here. I actually had it right on the side. I need to go back to bed. I actually didn't have any coffee, but look at these beautiful flowers. So what we're gonna do is just add this folded right in there. And you remember that I shared you need for this folder your 1-inch piece as well as 2 of the number 3s. Because it's a lot thinner, we're not using our piece that's 4 right there. So here we have it. Look how cute that is. So we're gonna use that piece. So now I'm gonna bring this piece right back in. It's our number 2. And now, remember that arch yesterday? I think I'm gonna become a very big fan of it. It's called Everyday Arches Die, and it has a bunch of them in there. I think I'm gonna use number 2, the one that is just not there because I saved it on the side. So this would be a number 2. And I'm gonna add my arch right here. We're gonna cut that piece. Yes, Fran, it is the Starstruck. And what am I doing with my arch? My arch is going to tuck right inside my card. So it's gotta be cute. Okay, so that arch is gonna go right in there. I also need my stylish shape dies. I am using number 3 with the circles right here. And as I'm cutting a circle, I'm also gonna be cutting one of these. I'm going to use the big one. If you want to use 2 small ones, you may do so. It's up to you. I'm just going to use a very big one. So I'm doing all these cuts at the same time. I'm just making sure there's no little pieces of paper on the inside. So here we go. And for this time, I'm just going to use that little baby piece for his head. Here we go. So the embossing folder is free with a $75 order Canadian, and the paper as well, so you could choose it as an option. And I did check this morning, it is still available, so great idea if ever. I'm gonna move all these pieces aside, and now we get to assemble. So let me poke these little holes out. Just doing it on the side so it's not exactly in your view once we start assembling the card. Here we go. And then after our live, I'll go see what's going on with Facebook and why they removed that reverse feature. Okay, so here we go. So I have it right here. Now let's bring our card back. So this piece, you can glue it in if you want, or it could be just one that slides out. I'll show you my finished card and you'll get to see that. As for this one, it's just a belly band that I'm just gonna wrap around here. And I'm just gonna use tear and tape to stick it together. So a nice piece of tear and tape. So Kim is saying that those arches are on their wish list. Haha, I get you. They are fabulous, and I'm gonna try to use them in a lot of possible ways. As much as I want, I think they're gonna be one of my new favorites. So I'm just grabbing a little bit of fresh Freesia. Actually, I could have gone with the pink as well. So I could have used Melon Bombo, but I'll just do a little bit of fresh Freesia this morning. Here we go. Just delicately. And then my butterfly is going to come right here and set. And then now, this is going to be the part just for his little head. So cute. So there is a bigger one. We've used it yesterday. Today I'm just going to use that little piece there. And now I'm going to go back and add some of my sequins. So these are called the purple sequins. Because we're doing pink, I'm going to use the one that have a pinkish tone. I'm just not sure. Let's see. The light, I'm going to go with the big dark ones. So this is going to come on the butterfly's body. And these are also available with a $75 order. They're part of the Celebration catalog, and they were still there. I like to go in odd numbers, so 3 it is. And then this is just gonna set right here. So now I will grab some dimensionals for that. Gonna flip this around. I'm using the bones of my dimensionals. Anybody else have the arch on their wish list, or is it Kim and I the only one that love the arches? And I'm gonna pull Melon Mambo. And stamp happy birthday. And the happy birthday does come from that beautiful butterfly stamp set. Like I indicated this morning, there is no cooperation with Facebook, so do not send me messages that I'm stamping upside down. It is simply the way that it's set up today. Okay, so now I'm just gonna cut my happy birthday here. I like to use a trimmer. I just find it does a nicer look. Sometimes I'll cheat and use my snips, but I prefer using a trimmer. Perfect. I love to see the variety of the different colors. So this week my colors are focused on green, apple green, granny apple green, and then I have melon mambo and fresh freesia as well. So I am going to just go on the end here, do a little slit on each side, and we're almost done. I love the last part because it's always about embellishing. Let's add embellishments. Little sequins, ribbon. Perfect. So you are seeing that happy birthday, like I said, upside down. Very sorry for that. No, it isn't. But you know what? I always take pictures, so I'll send pictures. So the happy birthday is going to go there. For this one, I might just use the white baker's twine. So I'm just going to grab this and go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then this is what loops around. So we're going to cut this off. Try to tuck it right in here. I love big double bows. It's up to you. If you want to do a single bow, that would work as well. I hear that back home in Ontario, we have, well, actually I saw lots of snow. So hopefully my flight will be good and the connecting flight as well. So this part is going to go right here, and don't add it. Please add it to the belly band because your belly band is going to slide on and off. So if you're putting the ribbon on the stamp on the cardstock, then it will prevent from sliding. But what you want, I'm just going to open this up, is you want this to slide up and down so you're able to open that card on the inside. And you could do either ways. Sandy said that she loves the arches. They are the only thing I had pre-ordered. Well, you know what? I think it's like a staple. You could use it forever, so it's kind of nice that you did do that as your pre-order. That would have been one of my... It's like the stylish shapes dies. I use them all the time. So let me pull the other one. So you know how I love fresh Freesia. So here's fresh Freesia right here. And I did add the ribbon, fresh Freesia ribbon that comes also in the Sale A Bration catalog. So you get to see two of them. And I'm gonna slide this out. And when I open it, I put Time to Celebrate, which is upside down for you this morning. Added a little bit of ribbon, and I could actually add more of any of the butterflies. They could be very cute on the inside. But it just comes and tucks right in. So now we already have 4 cards, 2 designs. This is a fun fold. If you have lots of designer series paper, I suggest that you save it up and try to focus on making these designs. So this is coming together. We are building slowly a beautiful card collection with the papers, etc. And once again, hopefully tomorrow when I come live, I will have figured what Facebook has done and if there's a way that I could just re-switch it on the proper side. So I'll just bring it closely for you. Here we go. And then we have these from yesterday and this one as well. Okay, so if ever you are Canadian and you don't have a demonstrator and you're shopping with me using my hostess code, you will get these pre-cut for you. The only thing I cannot do is the stamping. So everything is going to be pre-cut. You're getting all your pieces to assemble. You're going to get a PDF that does not have any uninterrupted comments, etc. I'm just going to focus exactly, and beautiful pictures as well. So thank you for watching. Please join me again tomorrow. I hope you love these cards. It's a fun fall. Enjoy your day. Bye-bye.